Fascism is like, we don't like black people, they're too stupid. And also fascists are like, we don't like Jews, they're too smart. Yeah. It's because they're constantly getting mogged by black and Jewish gigachads all the time. They can't stand that they're better than them. It's really just that, like, fascists can't stand the oppressed classes because of sexual insecurities. They view them as better than themselves. Fascists are a deeply self-hating group of people. These people are not happy. You know, which is why they project all of that misery outwards onto minorities. They try to purge all the elements of society that could show them that there's something better than themselves, than their master race. Further proof that everything is communism or fascism. True. Yeah, I mean, like, it really does seem like every single one of these ideologies just lies at some point on the pipeline to be subsumed either into communism on the left or fascism on the right. Going back to that bit about fascists, what's interesting to note, I think if you had to put a name to the master race that fascists adhere to, it would be incels, genuinely. I think if you found the most chiseled-jawed, muscular, homoerotic, glistening body Aryan man that I'm having a boner imagining, thank you, because I'm also queer, but then you make him like a queer communist, I think the incels would hate him. You know, you could make the ideal aesthetic fascist man, but then give him characteristics of the Ubermensch that are invisible, and the fascists would hate him for it. Precisely because it's not actually about that. Fascists love aesthetics, but ultimately when you get right down to it, they're just insecure, miserable sacks of shit, and they can't stand the thought of somebody out there being better than them in a way that is different and more honest. Am I saying that I'm better than every single fascist? Yes. That's not a high bar, you know? And you are too, if you have some self-respect, you know? If you have some fucking respect for yourself, congratulations. You are a better human being than probably about a third of the population worldwide. And I'm sad to say that I'm not making that up. Let's see if there are any more of these that I can really place on this tier list that I think are different enough that they warrant a placing. Eco-fascism. This is something that I can comment on. Eco-fascism. They're also insecure about their numbers because they always say they're half the population. Yeah, like, and when I say fascist, I mean people that adhere to a set of beliefs that is more or less similar to fascism. That describes a lot of people. It's about I would say it's about a third of people in the world, right? The number of people that are incels is very small, extremely small. The core of fascism, the true believers, extremely small group of people, extremely miserable group of people, you know? A fascist, like, ideology in most people is very malleable. Most people don't have a very coherent belief system. So even me estimating a third to any given ideology, even though I think there's only really three main ideologies, if you totaled up the amount of people that you could safely categorize as one of those three, you would not hit 100% of the politically relevant population on Earth. Not even close. Because most people just kind of operate on vibes. And those vibes can lead people in all sorts of different places. But even in the sort of subset of people that you could say are fascists, I think incels are an even smaller group. Vanishingly, well, not vanishingly small, but like really small. Although they are more represented in some countries than others. See particularly South Korea. Sometimes feel like with this list in history, they just slacked fascism with everything? What? Wait, there we go. Hello, Editing Y2K here. This is just one part of a multi-part series of me ranking all the ideologies that I know enough about to comment on. It took place over the course of 2 live streams earlier in the year, and the other parts will be all available on a playlist if you're interested. Please check it out, and thank you for watching.